Hi, my name's John. This is the first part in what's going to be a series of videos all about an Artec 180 amp inverter MIG welder. I've done quite a few videos for Artec on their different products. How it all started, I bought a TIG welder, AC/DC TIG welder off them, and I did a review just because I do videos. I've got as you know, a YouTube channel. Artec saw what I'd been doing and they liked what they saw, and they asked us if I would review some other products. I did a plasma cutter and a 250 amp MIG, which is not a problem because I enjoy doing videos, and what they're doing, they're linking my YouTube videos onto their website, which is good because I get more views and people can have a look at what they're going to get before they actually buy, because what I show is it's real world. This is not put on. If I don't like what I say, I'll tell them, you know. But up and now, all that gear's been good. Anyway, come this morning, was delivered at work. I got an email on Friday saying it was on its way up, and it came this morning. You've got to sign for the gear when it gets it. They say the box is not damaged, which is fair enough. Anyway, what I intend doing in this first one is I'll open the box, show you exactly what's in there. I might get enough time to show you how to set things up, what the machine's capable of doing. I've always said from the onset that I'm not a welder. I'm a motor mechanic that can weld. That being said, I will demonstrate the welder. I'll put a screen in front of the camera and show you the various MIG welding processes. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll open the box and see what's in there. We'll lift the accessory box out first. Right, we'll have a look at there and see what's in there before I actually take the welder out. Instruction book, it's only in English, which makes a change. The welder serial number's been wrote in. That'll be the regulator to engage. Obviously the regulator. That's the earth lead. A nice heavy quality clamp on it. It's a nice copper earth lead, not aluminium. Some spare tips there for the torch. That's the gas lead. Some more tips and a little spanner. The little spanner is very handy. I use mine all the time. Right, this is the torch supply. I think it's a 15 torch, an MB15. It's the same torch I use on my 250 amp MIG welder. I think what I'll probably do is I'll use the torch in the regulator and the earthy off my welder, because this welder's going back when I'm finished with it. Somebody's going to get a bargain, because it'll be a used welder. It'll be well tested, I can assure you that. But all the accessories will still be brand new. You see, I use exactly the same torch on my welder. Nice lightweight torch. Put it to one side. Lift the welder out of the box. Welder comes nicely packaged, well protected. It looks very similar to MIG250 except it's physically smaller. It's got a meter on the front, mine hasn't got a meter on. The first impressions are it's a nicely built unit. It's a good size, nice portable unit. That's where the wire goes. I'll do a video on installing the wire. It takes 5 kilogram spools. Nice metal feed roller. Looks very similar to the one I use. That's your standard Euro fitting for your torch. 2 connectors there, what they call DIN connectors. You use them for stick welding. One's your earth, the other one's a positive if you're doing some MMA stick welding, which I will be doing because I do like stick welding. 2 controls, one's your voltage, the other one's your wire speed. There's a switch there which switches it from stick welding to MIG welding, and that's the control there, your ampage for your stick welding. In the back of the machine, connector for your gas, on off switch, there's your cooling fan. There's a ground point there, you can earth the welder to the bench. It stops any interference. If you've got a metal bench, you can put an earth lead from there to the bench and it'll not do any harm. I've just had a read through the instruction manual that comes with the welder, which is not a bad idea when you get something new. There's a place there where the ID number of the welder's been stamped in. That's the number on the back there. That's the number you need to keep. You also put in your date of purchase. It's quite a comprehensive handbook. You can actually download this if you want to have a look at it before you buy the welder. All that literature is available to download online. Right. When you look at the back of the welder, it comes without the plug on. None of the welders have got plugs on. I've been reading in the book to get the full potential of the welder, the full 180 amps, you need to put it through a 16 amp fuse, which is a commando type plug. It'll happily run at 160 amps on a 13 amp supply. I've got an adapter that goes from a commando type socket to an ordinary 13 amp supply. All the tests I do with this welder have been done on 13 amps, apart from the last couple of tests where I'll turn it right up to 180 amps on the MIG and right up on the stick welding. Apart from that, it'll be all done on a normal 13 amp domestic supply. Okay, we're on the front of the welder. The first thing I'm going to put on is the torch. This is the torch off my welder. It's the same torch that's supplied with this one. I just don't want to use a new one, that's all. Right, it's equipped with what they call a Euro connector. It's a standard fitting. Most big welders use that type of connector. There's 2 contacts that your trigger operates to turn the machine on and off. There's a one there for gas, and there's a one there that the wire actually goes up. The wire feeds up there. That's something you push it into there, you feel it engage, and that locks it into place, that screws it into place. A lot of the small hobby welders don't use a Euro type torch fitting like that. They have a torch that's permanently fitted into the welder. If the torch gives problems, it means that you've basically got to scrap the whole welder or convert it to a Euro torch. There's 2 what are called DIN connectors here, a positive and negative. Earth lead, once again it's an earth lead off my set. Earth lead goes into the negative, pushes in and turns. That's your ground. It goes onto the job you're welding or a metal workbench, whatever you're working on. The other one's a positive one. That could be used if you're going to use flux core wire, where you use positive earth, or positive for a stinger for stick welding. I'm going to do some stick welding and I'll show you how that works then. Take that off. Right, this is where the roller wire goes, your MIG wire. It takes either a 1 or a 5 kilogram spool of wire. They go into there. This is your wire feed mechanism. I'll get a close up of that and show you how that works. The wire feed mechanism is the heart of a MIG welder. You need a good feed mechanism to get years of trouble-free service. The feed roller mechanism on this welder is of all metal construction. Some of the cheaper welders actually use bits of plastic and they don't last as long. This is a lot more robust, more industrial. The wire comes off your reel through that guide, through there, and it's pinched between those two rollers. That's a drive roller, that's an idle roller, and this is what pushes the wire up the liner and out to the end of your MIG torch. That's under spring tension. There's a spring in there which nips the wire between the two rollers. Top roller's called an idle roller, bottom one's your drive roller. We'll take the roller off. There's a little woodruff key in there, carefully you don't lose that. The roller simply pulls off like that. It's got 2 grooves in it. It's got a 0.6 groove and a 0.8 groove for the different sizes of wire. This is the 5 gallon, you idiot,